Hey everyone, we are Straight Talk Consulting and we're here with Kevin Holmes, CEO. How are you today, Kevin?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I am doing just great, thank you. So, today our topic is fear of investing. Why do you think people are fearful about investing?
Well, it's a big move, right? So when you're talking about putting your money and investing and waiting for your return, and it goes back to really a lot of us was not taught about investing. So it goes back to generations. Um, and our parents basically told us just to save your money
Yeah,
because that's what their parents told them. They never really talked about entrepreneur. Not everybody, but most of us was never taught about entrepreneurship, right? So when you sit back and think about that, okay, the fear of that, right, of
mm-hmm.
losing your money, right?
That is
So
true.
that's
Play
one,
it safe.
right? Play it safe. The thing is, what people don't realize, I think it's important to save your money, but I always tell people 80% of your money need to be invested and 20% of your money need to be in the bank
Okay.
because what you're doing is giving somebody else your money to invest.
Okay. And we
Okay.
should have faith and confidence in ourselves to do our own investing?
Well, that's why I started the mentorship program because what happens is we're not taught. I'm self taught. I've made a lot of mistakes to be able to be in the position that I am now, but I've learned a lot over the years, trial and error.
Okay.
But I took a chance, and that's what made a big difference. You have to believe in yourself. And I think for myself, because I didn't go to college, I knew I had to work that much harder, so I had to come up with a different game plan. So my whole mindset was totally different. Of course, being a father at a young age too made a big difference. So, my outlook and being my work ethic was very strong. I always had a strong work ethic. I got that from my dad. So as far as making money, that was no problem to work. But then I had to figure out what you do with it. And I think that's one of the things a lot of people kind of don't know to do it because our parents just say save. So, and that's very fearful because you work so hard to get it, and then you're talking about investing. Then everybody's in your ear. You don't want to get a place and rent. They're gonna tear up your place. They're not gonna pay this, that, and
Oh
the
my
other.
goodness.
Right.
I can definitely say that I've heard that too.
Right. And I'm not saying that it's not true. It is true. But you got to look at the bigger picture. At the
Okay.
end of the day, my whole thing that is so important that I always try to tell my mentees when you're investing, somebody's paying for your lifestyle.
Okay.
So that's what you got to think. I need to be in a position where somebody can pay for my lifestyle. And everything that you do, any kind of business, is taking a risk,
That is true. That's
right?
very true.
So I'm going to show you on the chart that I have. And in New York, with the rents right now, are
They're crazy.
so crazy in New York.
Yeah.
But even this is on a different scale for New York. But any investment that if somebody else is paying for your lifestyle, it's always a great thing. But a lot of times people saying somebody's going to tear up your place. So I'm going to show you on the board how I break it down.
Okay.
Okay. In New York right now, okay, always remember look at the bigger picture, right? So we have a three-bedroom apartment at $32.14 a month. You
Okay.
times that by 12, that's $38,568.
Okay.
That's in Queens. Now, this is a program, but right here in Brooklyn, somebody's paying that to have a job. So this
Hmm.
is the programs have to catch up because rent is so expensive. So they have to catch up because nobody's renting to them because rent is so high.
Yeah.
So now let's say if a person's living there for 3 years, so
Okay.
that's 3 years. That's $115,704.
Okay.
All right.
That's
So
nice.
right. So if you're worried about somebody destroying your place, let's say there's some holes in the walls. You gotta paint. You gotta
Gotta
change
redo
the
your
cabinet,
kitchen.
right? So all of
Yeah.
these things that you have to do. Let's just say, for argument's sake, it's $20,000. So we got $20,000 for renovation. You still, after 3 years, you still made $95,000.
Yeah, that would be your cash flow for the 3 years.
Right, for
Okay.
the 3 years. So when you look at it like that, and most of these programs with the City Fed program, it's a 5-year program,
Oh wow.
right?
Okay.
So we just did 3 years, but just do the numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's over $200,000.
Yeah.
Right? So even with that, with a 5-year program with a city FEP, if somebody turns around and destroy your place, because you're not going to do much renovation while they're in there, right?
No.
And we got to stop, putting the stereotype that everybody's going to destroy your place. Because I have Section 8 tenants that you can eat off their floor. So it's not always that somebody's going to destroy your place. But the bottom line, you have to look at, even if you get that tenant and that tenant messes up your place and they move and you get them out and it costs you $20,000, I get to write that $20,000 for the expense for the work that I did. And then you know what you do?
That's a
We
good
start
point.
it all over again. You get a new tenant in there and that's it. Somebody else is paying for your lifestyle. So don't be afraid because of somebody's going to tear up your place. That's why I talk to my mentees and teach them about how important it is to do a credit background check and actually see where the person live at. And nothing guaranteed, but this is what we do.
Yeah.
Right? So with the property management company we have, that's what we do. We do a background check. And the other thing that I always tell people, if you have a tenant that's a paying tenant and their credit's not so great, make them pay 2 months security.
Okay.
All right? So don't be afraid.
And look at
Look
the
at the
bigger
bigger
picture.
picture.
So don't be afraid of these governmental programs
Right.
because they pay.
They're going to pay. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Not bad.
all right, guys, we see you on the next video.
And
We
don't forget to visit us at
StraightTalkToday.com and check out our YouTube channel.
Alrighty.
All right.
Bye bye.